We're going to be making a street food snack today called baked eggs or barbecue eggs. This is one of those dishes that's kind of ugly delicious. You're gonna have to trust the process and know that it'll turn out fantastically. It does take a little bit of prep time. So if you have any helpers sitting around, call them into the kitchen so you can get it done a little faster. If not, easily can be done with just you and I. So for the tools, we're going to need a large bowl. And then I have these quail egg scissors that work great for slicing open the top of these eggs. This was recommended by Cooking with Nana, so thank you, Nana, for that. If you guys don't have the scissors, you can use a chopstick. And then we're also going to need an empty egg carton. I just had this saved from an empty carton of eggs. Make sure there's no plastic or anything on it because this is going into the oven. If you have something like this that is plastic, it's not really paper, it kind of feels plasticky, I would just tear this part off so that you can use the paper carton. I'm using brown eggs for this recipe, but you can certainly use white eggs. We need to crack a hole to remove the filling, which is where these scissors come in handy. Give it a few whacks. Make sure the top part of the blade is facing upward, and then just cut through. Don't worry about any shell getting in here. We will be straining this out. If you want to do this with chopsticks, you just whack the top, and then I just poke a little hole in it. Try to remove a little bit of that shell, and then it should release. Having a smaller hole makes it a little more difficult to get the inside out, but that's okay. So I have a funny story about these scissors. I posted a reel on Instagram and I can't believe how many people were triggered by these scissors because they didn't understand the purpose of the scissors. It was in the description of the reel and everything, so people just didn't read that, but oh my God, I got so many hate comments and hate DMs. Like, it was really pissing people off. These scissors are actually quail egg scissors. They're supposed to fit perfectly around a tiny quail egg. And I could see why you would want to maybe use scissors for that because quail eggs are so tiny and delicate. But wow, quite entertaining. Once this is all cracked, we're just going to whisk it together. We are going to be straining this out. This is what it should look like once it's passed through. You'll see some shell in the strainer. There was a little bit more. I did pick it out because it was getting in the way of trying to help this along. This is what you should be left with. The seasoning is super easy to make and can be adjusted to taste. We're using oyster sauce, Golden Mountain seasoning sauce, padaek or fish sauce, sugar, salt, and lots of fresh cracked black pepper. My mom isn't a huge fan of the black pepper, so she likes to go in with green onions for an oniony flavor. We're also adding garlic powder. Stir and then give it a dab to taste. Don't be surprised if it's slightly salty. That's exactly the flavor you'll need to season the eggs. Now we can add that to the egg filling. Give this a gentle stir. I had to put on my glasses because I don't want to overfill it, but I also don't want to spill. I would say pour it about 3/4 of the way up. Once it's baking, it is going to rise just a little bit. Once you get them all filled, you can go in and pop any large air bubbles. This isn't necessary, but see, like this one in here, I don't want it really baking in, so I'm just gonna pop that. Another one. I like to just set these on a tray before baking. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. See you in an hour and a half. Since the eggs are going to be baking for a while, I'm using the time to make a sauce. I'm making a spicy ginger chili sauce, which is also known as gel som. I'll link the recipe for that in the description box. You can certainly have the eggs plain or with a sweet Thai chili sauce. Because I had so much time to kill, I decided to air fry some meatballs and pan fry Japanese wieners and little smokies. This will all be added to my street food platter with the eggs. For presentation purposes, I'm putting them on a skewer just because they look super cute, and this is exactly how you would see them in Asia. I think this is a fun platter to put together for guests, or if you're just lounging around watching a movie with the kids. I'm using a wooden skewer to check the doneness of the eggs. At this point, your eggs should have a custard-like consistency. Now that we're halfway through, we're going to be increasing the heat. The temperature and bake time are going to vary based on the size of your eggs. If you're using smaller eggs, bring the temperature up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're using larger eggs, 225. The eggs are cooked when the filling is firm. Let them cool for about 30 minutes before peeling. You'll probably notice right away that my eggs are quite vibrant. That's because this particular brand of eggs are known for their golden orange colored yolks. When I was testing this recipe, I did use small white eggs. You'll notice on the right-hand side that the color is a little duller. Still delicious though. The egg smells so good. It should have a nice bouncy texture. Enjoy the eggs with sweet chili sauce or gel som. I personally like this with gel som, so I'm just going to scoop a nice amount of that on here. For the sweet chili sauce. Oh my god, that's so spicy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and give this recipe a try. Make sure you're tagging me on Facebook or Instagram if you do. I had a lot of fun putting this video together. If there are any recipes that you guys want me to make, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I'll see you in another video. Oh my god, it's so spicy, but it's so good. I love mini hot dogs. Okay, so I'm not finished filming, but I am going to get the platter together. I have Japanese wieners, beef meatballs, little smokies, pork meatballs, and turkey hot dogs. I guess between these three, which ones do you guys prefer?